Welcome everyone. In this video we're going to learn how Excel organizes data, how to navigate and enter data, and how to rearrange or sort your data. First, let's start out with a blank workbook. Right away you'll notice several tabs such as Home, Insert, Page Layout, etc., which host a variety of tools that may be helpful later. Keep in mind some software will add additional tabs as plugins to your Excel. So I may have tabs on the right that you do not, or vice versa. You should also see a formula bar with a cursive FX next to it. This will be particularly useful later when we work with functions. Excel workbooks are organized as a series of worksheets that you can add or remove depending on your needs. We'll only need to use the first worksheet in this video, but people that manage large projects may want to organize their data across multiple data sheets. On your worksheet, you'll see there are rows in numbers and columns as letters. All of these boxes, or cells, are referenced in Excel according to their row and column. So the first cell is called A1 because it's in column A, row 1. If that A1 cell isn't already highlighted, click on it. You'll see the cell is highlighted with a dark border, and you can now enter data into that cell if you wish. Pretty much any kind of letter, number, symbol, or even a whole paragraph can be entered into these cells. Navigate through your worksheet. You can just click on any cell that you wish, or you can use the arrow keys to move the highlighted cell around. If you click on the rows or columns, you'll see an entire row or column is highlighted. This is useful if you want to add or remove rows, or if you wish to change the size or characteristics of the whole row or column. Now let's practice entering data with a fictional data set examining how leaf width differs between low light sites and highlight sites. We're going to create a data set with 3 columns or fields today and enter 10 fictional records. Typically we represent each replicate or data point, also known as a record, in each row and leave the columns to represent the variables or factors specific to that record. In this example, our 10 records will represent 10 leaves that we measured. Each leaf record will include a unique identifier, a leaf width in millimeters, and a sun exposure category, either low light or highlight. First, each of your records should be assigned its own unique identifier. So label the first column as UID or something similar. This is important because there may be times that you need to refer to a particular data point or record in the future. Now we'll label the second column sun exposure and third column leaf width. You should have your 3 columns labeled now. Navigate over to the cell under UID. We're now going to enter a unique identifier for all 10 records. So enter 1, then click enter. You'll see the highlighted cell moves down automatically to the cell underneath. So enter 2, and then click enter. Now fill in the rest until 10. Let's take a minute and finish entering our data for each of those 10 leaf records, or whatever arbitrary data you're entering for this example. I'm just going to add arbitrary data in this example, but in real life, you'll likely have a paper data sheet that you're transcribing to Excel. One of the most common ways errors in science occur happens during data entry. So be very careful and always double check your data to ensure it's accurate. In my own real-life data sets, I will triple check or even quadruple check data entry. It's that important. Okay, you can see I've now entered in example data. Now let's talk about how to rearrange and sort your data. Before we begin, it is important to be very careful when sorting data. I recommend creating a separate file or worksheet that holds your raw data only and is never modified after data entry. This simple step will save you a lot of grief later because it is so easy to make a mistake that alters your data in ways you do not intend. If you haven't already, take a moment and save a separate copy of your data. Now that we have our data entered, you'll notice the data is currently sorted by UID. However, it's often helpful to sort or rearrange your data by one of the factors you're interested in. For example, maybe you want to sort your data by leaf width to see how the widths vary. To do so, highlight the data in the column names you wish to sort. In this case, it should be A1 to C11. Click on the A1 cell, hold down the mouse button, and you highlight all cells including C11. Then click on the Data tab and find the Sort button. The Sort dialog box should open up. First, make sure My Data Has Headers is clicked. Then navigate over to Sort By and choose the factor you want to sort your data by. In this case, let's find leaf width and keep the order from smallest to largest. Click OK. And now you've sorted your data from the smallest leaf width to the largest leaf width. A quick warning, if in the beginning you only highlight one column to sort, your other columns will not change. This could really mess up your data set because one column has changed, but the other corresponding columns associated with those records have not changed. That's essentially would make all of your data jumbled up and now useless. When you sort, select the entire data set and then use the Sort dialog box to tell it how to sort. Finally, try sorting your data again by the other factor, sun exposure. In this case, sun exposure is a categorical variable made up of two options, low light or highlight. So, instead of sorting by smallest to largest, you'll see the option to sort by A to Z. Keep in mind, you could sort in many different ways if you wish, and you could even add another sort level to take place after this first one by adding a level here. So go ahead and click OK for the sun exposure sort, and you'll see everything has now been sorted according to that particular category. Hope this has been helpful. See you next time.